Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, I keep telling everybody about this Maga walk, or this walk that's me wanting to get away and go talk with people, and I want to explain it fully. And this is also for the people on YouTube, so you know what's going on, and hopefully you come and meet and greet American, as their meet and greet again, and that's what I like the Maga saying on this. What it comes down to is probably over the last 40 years of my life, I've watched the division in this country. I've watched it completely change from what I, as a 14, 15-year-old boy, really see in the world to what it is today. And I paid attention to every little bit of it. I didn't forget the way I was raised. I didn't forget the way things were back then. But also, I've seen the change, how people's minds and hearts have been changed, and it's been changed against each other. And this is what I want to break. So maybe we can change some of the bigger things in the world. The baseline thing I've noticed over the last let's just say you got the last 40 years and then you got the last 40 months. And over the last 3, 4 years, especially since I went over to Australia, it was like I lost 3 toes in 2012. And then I started walking since then. It took losing 3 toes to start walking away. But as I walked away, I saw things and I picked up things. And even here in America, over the last 3 years, 3, 4 years, y'all, you've seen the insanity, the division pushed, even people murdered in the streets because of it. Most of it comes down to because we have forgot to meet and greet. We forgot how to be brothers and sisters. We forgot that we were not the enemy. We know all this, so I'm pretty sure if somebody met you halfway, maybe you come meet them halfway, and I'll walk this halfway, like I said. And I don't really need anything for this, y'all. There's this isn't a charity thing. This isn't um, a foundation to raise money. I do need a few things, but I've already got everything I need. I have a camera, I have memory cards, and I have you, and I have the will to do this. Now, once again, I'm going to tell you why I'm going to step away and why there's nothing that's going to come up on this trail that I'm not going to be prepared for. All right, first of all, I have hiked trails in Australia, and I have hiked the Appalachian Trail here almost to Harper's Ferry, but I did well over 1,000 miles of the Appalachian Trail. I've hiked and camped all my life. I am from the woods and I actually love it. So there you go on that part. The other part is that the trails themselves, um, the one that I'm going to be on is not a hard one to do. But the thing is, I'm carrying Urban with me. He's my 15-year-old bulldog. Um, I was just living in a place where I was at for a year and a half, and I thought he was going to be able to settle down and die there. And then I was at this place, as y'all know, and I thought he was maybe even get to settle down and die here. And it don't seem like I'm going to get to settle down and let him die. So I just want to get him on the road and let him live. And he's a part of this trip just like I am. So I have the only thing I'm going to need on it is this one cart, and I got it up here in the YouTube video for you to watch. It's a cool cart. It's not that much, and I only need a little help with that. Other than that, everything else on this trip is covered. It's not just having hiking experience. It's not just having the knowledge of the trails. It's not just wanting to do this. The other thing that I've learned to do probably over the last 10 years, and maybe because of social media, is talk to people the way people are today. I try to talk to you, but I try to still maintain who I am. I've been on all the realms of the American dream, from a successful machinist to stepping away after 30 over 3 decades of that, and doing my own thing of seeing the truth of what's going on. We talk about it all the time, so this is a chance for you to meet up with somebody else that's like-minded like you on common ground, because I'm not going on any more landowners' ground and going into anybody's yard. I would rather just meet in the field and meet in the middle somewhere and talk about things. This is to figure out how it got this way and how that we as individuals can change our own heart and how we can work towards changing other people's hearts. Um, I plan on taking off by this weekend. I have really the means of doing all of that by this weekend. But even if it's in the next week, the whole point is I could be in the Parkersburg within a week. Then it's going to be going across the southern portion of Ohio and the northern portion of Kentucky. So when I get near spots, or there's spots in the American Discovery Trail that you know of, or that you maybe even can go up and down to. That's why I want this particular piece of equipment. That's why I want to gear up the way I'm going to gear up for this trip. I'm looking at the long term of it, but also the off and on. Um, if you just want to talk, like I said before, in private, or if you want to get on here and do a Facebook Live, or get on YouTube, or if you want to say something to the world, what small little bit of exposure that I do have, you're more than welcome to. I don't care if you're a right winger that loves big oil. I don't care if you're a left winger tree hugger. As long as you're a brother and a sister that realize we forgot how to talk to each other. We forgot how to meet and greet. So we're going to learn to meet and greet again, not on social media, not on the TV, not on the telephone, not on the texting. We're going to eyeball to eyeball, big hug. How you doing? Let's enjoy a fire and let's talk about the problems in our lives and in our country. Whatever you want to talk about, it's an open forum. But also, while I'm doing this, y'all, I'm not just doing this to get away from these two landowners. Many of y'all already know that there was already a homeless project that was being planned way before any of these events started happening to me. I pretty much at any time could have stopped and said, hey, I'm going to be a sad sack. This sucks. Everything's going bad for me. I can't do nothing for the homeless project. I can't do nothing for the People's Tribune. I can't do nothing for my brother. I can't even do nothing for myself. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, every morning when I get up, if I think about myself, I won't get up. So I think about other things. I think about the stupid things that have us divided. I think about the things that if we just talked and learned how to say hello to each other again and trust each other again, that we could just talk through most of this, work through it, through communication, through the initial meeting and greeting, getting beyond the talking points that we've been taught to talk about. But man, I can't stop what I was doing before, but it's going to evolve just like this walk is going to evolve. I do plan right now to get to Parkersburg. When I get to Parkersburg, I'll plan which part of Ohio I'm going to go through. It's mostly going to be done off the American Discovery Trail. But what I can't do off the trail, or anything that needs to be done off the trail, fine, we'll get that done. There is no problem with that. But as we go along, as I said, this gives you an opportunity to get away from your town, to get away from your city, to get away from the people that you say drive you crazy, to maybe drive 30, 40, 50, maybe even 100 miles and come walk a little bit of this trail. If you want to get on record, so to speak, as speaking your mind and saying your solutions, here you go. Here's your chance. But as far as me just doing it, like I said, to get away, or, well, I can just get away. I could just run away. I actually have everything in line right now to buy that cart and to take off on my own right now. But it would all be for me, and it would all go for nothing. I did that when I went on the Appalachian Trail. And when I was on the Appalachian Trail about 4 months, and this was like about 3.5 years ago, I came off and my head was so clear. I saw a situation and I spoke about it, and here we are today. If you get away, you get to cleaning your mind out, to talking about the things that are other than what you're programmed into talking to, other than what the TV tell you. Um, you can see this in your own life. You can see it in your own brotherhood. You can see the division and stop it. And then you speak, and another brother speaks, and another couple sisters speak, and then a tribe speaks, then a region speaks, then a people speak. But until we learn how to meet and greet again, we ain't gonna do none of that. And you know it. And you know it. So as I said, I'm willing to get out. I was going to anyway. Get out. It's not like I'm doing nothing special from nobody. I want to get the hell away from people, but I can't do it in a sense like forever. So me and Herb will hike, and I'll carry his ass for a little bit when he can't walk. And when somebody comes up, we'll stop. We'll meet and greet. We'll have a fire. We'll have a conversation. We'll have some brotherhood. We'll show some human connection. Anybody, anytime, any origin, any religion, political background, anything you want to talk about, because it's going to be on a trail, and it's going to be common, equal ground. You will never be treated more equal and with more respect in your life than you will be on these trails when you talk to other hikers. That's something else that certain people in this world haven't lost. And that's why many of us that call ourselves hikers love to just take off. You ever wonder why somebody want to put 40 pounds on their back and go walk? to get away, to see things that are more beautiful than the thoughts in their mind, and to not see the ugliness of the world. So it's out there, and there's a brother that believes you. So you take it upon yourself. Also, before I get off here, I just want to say that I do have a support group with this, online support group with this, in the sense of information spreading. We have the homeless information portal. We have the We the People Solutions page. I'm going to be working through both of those and my Facebook account. But I'm hoping that some YouTube channels will pick up on this. I'm hoping that maybe another Facebook page or something to keep up with it, so we can organize dates and we can organize events. There was one group out there that one brother told me to look into, making the world a better place, I believe it was. Looked at their website. I love what they put together. I love how they did it, and I love to be a part of that as well. I don't know much about the internet, y'all. I got out here and started running my mouth about 8 years ago, and all of a sudden, here we are. I'd rather just go run my mouth around a campfire, because I'm about tired of this, and I'm about tired of the way people act when they feel comfortable and so safe in their own little small world, and you feel like you can just take your ball and go home and tell everybody to leave. I'll get a place where nobody can leave, where everybody's completely equal. That equality that you really think you want, you come enjoy it with a brother on a trail. You come get the respect that you say you demand from other men and other women and the people of America. You want your equality and respect, come get it. You'll get it, every bit of it that you show, by the way, because that's all a part of it too. Meet and greet again. All right. So I want to connect with some groups. Let's get this snowballing a little bit. If I take off and I'm offline for a little while, like I said, I'm taking care of my own expenses. I got my own food covered. I got Urban's food covered. Everything's just a few little ins and outs. So hit up the PayPal if you can, if you want to, and if not, just send some energy. Look at the other video I got. If you go hiking, look at something like that. Also, the cart that I'm looking to get with this, as bad as I hate to say it, whatever happens with Urban happens with my dog, and that's the life cycle he's on. He's very old, and I'm very lucky to have him this long. But this equipment is very nice equipment, and it's very durable. I would love to turn it over to either a homeless person to show how it could be used in a city or for their type of travel, or to another hiker. I probably won't be needing it. I like the backpack hike. But there you go. So that's also will be going back to the people. Anything I ever done, pretty much. I ain't gonna say over the last 40 years of my life, but definitely, like I said, over the last 40 months of my life. Well, ever since I lost these 3 toes, I just like giving things back. And if it can't fit on my back, I don't need it. So I don't need a lot. Anybody that knows me knows this is true. And there you go. So this ain't so much about me. This is my last look. I done been thrown out by the left wing extremist hippies, and I've been thrown out by the right wing extremist patriotic Americans. I don't feel I got a place in this country, but I ain't gonna sit back in some mud puddle and cry about it. I'm gonna go be a man and ask y'all what the hell's going on around here, as a brother, as I hug you, as I treat you as my equal, and I show you the respect and love you show me. We ain't even gotta like each other, because you might not like the way I smell on this trail. There ain't no whole bunch of showering stations, but you get what I'm saying. Here's your chance. I'm stoked. I am seriously stoked and ready to hit the road. I'm a little tired today because it's been a big day planning this and looking up this information and doing this, that, and other. And at 10:15 now, I'm gonna get the hell on to bed. So I love y'all. Help if you can. If not, if you can help with web pages, your own web pages, by getting this information out, that there's places for people to go. We can organize walks at the same day in different parts of the country, y'all. Anything's possible with this. Let's grow it together. Let's snowball it together. Put it into what you want. Let it evolve into we the people. This is for we the people. I'm just walking it because I'm gonna walk anyway. But I ain't gonna walk alone. I ain't gonna walk alone. I hope to see you there. I hope to see every single one of you there. I love you. Peace. Think about it. And by all means, get on the trail and don't live in fear.